I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on setting up TinkerCad to work on our Arduino projects virtually through their CAD program. So if you go to tinkercad.com, you just got to sign up. I've already created an account. You just create a free account. I've got a personal account. I can sign in, I think, with my Google account. And sure enough, we roll in and you get a dashboard. So you're going to get something like this. And what you're looking to do is actually create a new circuit design. So they have 3D designs for CAD, but then we can actually do circuits. Right? So if you click on this, you see you get this blank canvas. We can set up and you'll see, hey, look at that, we got Arduino right here. So we can build an Arduino board just like we would in class and add different elements to it. So you've got diodes in here, you've got a DC motor, there's the NPN transistor that we use, there's our photoresistor, there's our buzzer. So all these are elements that we have in our kits, and I'm just going to show you really quick how we can wire and set up a simple program. So let's turn on an LED. If I want to run power, I get power from here. I can throw a small breadboard in here. I can run an LED through a breadboard, right? And I just kind of move things around. Let's run power from 5 volts. All right, I think I can just click and keep extending, make it look nice and clean. And I'm going to run it right into this panel right here. So that powers that whole strip with power. Let's plug in our LED in here. I'm sure there's a way to flip it. You can tinker around with it and figure that out. But what we really want to do is wire from power. Remember, with LEDs, you got to go into the long leg. So this whole channel will power the long leg. And we got to go out the short leg to ground. Now, remember, you always want to put a resistor in there. So I'm just going to hop over to this channel and I'm going to throw a resistor in here. And I can fire that resistor right in here and connect it to ground. All right, so now I've got power coming into the positive, into this channel, through the positive, through a resistor. If I click on the resistor, let's give it some resistance. They have it 1 kilo ohm. I think we want 220 is what we've been using for our LEDs. So this should give me power, and then I obviously want to send it to ground. And now when I run this here, I can start the simulation. That should give me power and turn on my LED, and sure enough, the light comes on. Now, what we're going to do in our lab is actually turn this on using a pin. So we can add some code in here. It has different types of code. We're going to do, let's see, where's our option for the type of code? There's a way to change this type of code to C++. Just got to find my options here. Oh, there's blocks. There we go. This is what I want. I'm going to continue and I'm going to do the other. Hey, and there we go. That looks a lot like what we have for our system. So I'm just going to edit this, and instead of turning on the built-in LED, let's just turn on pin 9. All right, so this is going to basically a really simple code. It's going to set pin 9 as an output. Right, and then in this loop, it's going to continually turn it on, wait for a second, turn it off, wait for a second, and do that over and over again. So now I have some basic code here, and I'm going to go back into here, and rather than powering it from this point, I'm going to see if I can just delete this out. Should be able to delete this cable here. Oops. All right, and I'm going to run power from pin 9. And I'm going to power it up here. So yeah, we have power from here, but we're actually gonna use pin 9 as an output to light my LED. So when this thing gets turned on, right, this power here is actually not going to it. So I really don't even need this anymore. All I need is the power from this Arduino, which is going to send this pin high. It's going to power up this whole channel. It's going to send it back to ground, and that does go to ground. So ideally, if I start my simulation, right, there's our flashing light, right? So this is simulating exactly what the code is telling it to do. The code is telling it to go high, then low, then high, then low, and we are powering this LED through from pin 9 rather than always on from pin 5. So again, we can use a simple simulation. You can play around with it, and you can wire really everything we've done physically, right? We can put push buttons in here, right? Turn things on. You can throw in a 9-volt battery, all kinds of things you can do. You can search for other components if they're not in here. So a really nice way to kind of continue playing around with Arduino without having the physical kit in front of you, and able to troubleshoot our system. So good luck playing around with it.